Hello and good evening. Today it is Monday, November 1st, 2021. And for this video today, I will be sharing my thoughts on the brand new alternate uniform recently unveiled by the Los Angeles Kings. So, at first glance, you might be saying, well, Roxilla, isn't that their throwback uniform they've been wearing? The answer to that is no. It's very close, but it's not the throwback uniform. It's a slightly modified version of it. So basically, why don't I go in here and okay, let me see if I can't find the photo here. Okay, I'll pull up this photo of their throwback that they've been wearing throughout the past couple of seasons. This was their throwback. So starting this season, what Los Angeles is now doing is they've taken this uniform and they've created a new alternate jersey that's white like this uniform, and it's heavily based off of this jersey and style. So here's a full shot of what the Kings' new alternate uniform looks like. Now, the only thing that's incorrect here is the helmet, and I will get into that shortly. So there it is. So the waist striping and the sock striping have been changed. Also the arm striping. So I'm going to go back to my main photo that I've found for this video to show you, to just point out the most significant changes. So the jersey is very similar to the throwback. Very similar. What's changed is the striping on the arms and on the waist. So instead of having striping up here on the arms, it is now spread to the bottom of the arms now. And obviously the striping on the arms is bigger than the old striping, as you can see there. So instead of it being silver, black, silver, it is now, black with a whole lot of silver and a lot of black on the cuffs of the arms. Now the waist striping, instead of it being this waist striping from the throwback, as you can see, it was silver, black, silver. Now what it is a thick black stripe and then a thick silver stripe just immediately below it. So another thing I want to point out is, from what I know, the logo on the front is now a little bit bigger than it was on the throwback uniform. So notice the size of the crest there, and then here it does look like they have made it marginally bigger in size. And personally, I actually don't mind that. Also, another thing I notice is that the Kings now seem to have put a metallic sheen on their retro logo, as you can see here. It's not a flat gray color anymore. It's now a shimmery silver. And personally, I think that's a good thing. Also, another change that I do like about it is that the numbers are now out of the striping. Now notice here on their throwback how the numbers were inside the striping. You can see it right there barely, but still you can see it. Now the numbers are out of the striping, and personally I like that about this uniform. I also like the use of the shimmery silver, which you can see right there. Also note that now their home jersey utilizes this as well. So the home jersey now utilizes the shimmery silver material. Also, I believe the away jersey has always used that material, but now with the new prime green jerseys being introduced this season, they have now included the home jersey as using the metallic shimmery silver material that you now see here on this new alternate jersey. So now that I've talked about the details of it, I want to start to get into some of the other things too. So there's two main things I haven't touched base on just yet. Number one is the new chrome dome and the white gloves. So they've gone with chrome helmets and white gloves, and basically what they've done, at least in my opinion, is they've created a love child between the 2020 Stadium Series uniform and their throwback white uniform they've been wearing for the past couple of seasons. So this was their 2020 Stadium Series uniform they wore against Colorado. And notice how they've taken the chrome domes from this uniform and the white gloves, and they've now merged those with their throwback uniform while altering the striping of it and introducing the new shimmery silver material as well, and making the crest a little bit bigger and giving it a bit of a metallic sheen as well. This uniform, in my opinion, is one uniform you do not want to use elements from, in my opinion. Is it creative? Is it futuristic? Sure. But it was not a good uniform. In my opinion, this was an absolute dumpster fire. And another thing too, the LA logo here, I mean, could you not have at least put some type of crown logo on the front? I mean, really? But another thing too, truth is, I think they should have made the letters LA a little bit, significantly smaller so that they could add the letters ME after the A. I think it was missing the letters ME so that it spelt something else out instead of LA, if you know what I mean. But anyway, that's my opinion. I don't expect everyone to agree. But I must say, I hate the chrome dome here. It's just such a stupid idea to bring back, in my opinion. Yet there are people who like it. I mean, if you do like the white gloves and the chrome domes, I respect your opinion, guys. But honestly, I think they're horrible. The chrome buckets just look bad. And the Golden Knights have brought them back this season as well with their home uniform. And what ticks me off about that is that the gold helmet looks so out of place with their dark gray home uniform. I mean, if you wanted to wear it with your gold alternate, all right. But why is it that when you've got a metallic-y, glittery gold alternate jersey, they don't want to wear their shiny chromed gold buckets, their shiny gold buckets with their, or gold helmets with their new alternate jersey that's a metallic-y, shimmery gold? Does it make any sense to you folks? It certainly doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, back to this jersey though. And first off, why don't I show you some more photos of it? So, okay, that's the wrong one. But here's a shot of the back. Notice that it retains the letter numbering kit from the throwback, which I think is a plus. The striping of the new jersey is good. So, in my opinion, the jersey itself still looks good. The slightly different striping is still fine, even though, honestly, I do prefer the retro over this uniform. And also the new sock striping to match the waist striping, that works for me too. That does. Now, is the jersey a bad jersey? No. But here is where I start to really nitpick this uniform. And here's a better shot of it here. Well, another one of it at least. But anyway, I agree with Post to Post. Why? In my opinion, this is one of the most pointless alternate jersey designs that I have seen. When the Los Angeles Kings have been wearing this throwback uniform for the past couple of seasons, why would they bother creating a new alternate uniform that's basically a slightly tweaked version of that, with a couple of downgrades being the helmet and the gloves, especially the helmet? At least that's my opinion. I don't expect everyone to agree. But you know, I'll go back to this other photo here. You know, this to me was about as pointless as the Pittsburgh Penguins 2018-19 season gold alternate jersey. The bright Pittsburgh gold / yellow alternate jersey that they've had for the past few seasons. Truth is, I hear it's been retired, and they could be introducing a new alternate jersey design as soon as this season. I haven't heard anything official on that yet, but that's what I've heard. But you know, as much as I loved that Pittsburgh had a bright yellow alternate jersey, or Pittsburgh Gold as they like to call it, they took their 2017 Stadium Series uniform and they made it more plain. I mean, I thought the stencil font made it look more like an alternate uniform. It was unique. I thought the captaincy patches were really cool. And they found ways to take that uniform and make it more dull and boring. I mean, was the triangle-less penguin still good on it? Yeah. Was the block font on it good? Yeah. But, you know, adding some white striping to it, why didn't you just bring back the Stadium Series uniform? I was completely baffled with that decision, and I thought it was a pointless uniform. But hey, the one thing I like about it over this jersey here is that it actually was an alternate color, being bright yellow. Unlike this, which is just another white jersey. Now, the thing with this uniform, though, is it's so close to the throwback uniform that they've been wearing for the past couple of seasons. And truth is, I think this uniform is still way better than the new third jersey, even though I think the jersey itself and the socks look great. I think the jersey's fine. I actually like the look of it. But in my opinion, this is such a pointless alternate uniform. You know, and the saddest part is, I don't know why they didn't at least change the logo. I mean, it would have been nice to have even seen this crown by itself, or their main logo on the front maybe instead, or the modern crown inside of their main logo that you see right there. I mean, in my opinion, they should have done something a little bit different. I mean, if you're going to do something so similar to a uniform you've already been wearing for the past couple of seasons, why don't you at least bring something in that makes it more, I don't know, more worth the change, worth bringing something new in? I just feel this is such a pointless alternate uniform, and I have to be honest, I'm really disappointed with it. I mean, I think the jersey itself is nice, but, you know, honestly, if you wanted to wear something that had the Gretzky-era logo on the front, why didn't they just bring back the black version of the throwback they've been wearing for the past couple of seasons, this one here, and make it a full-time third? And another thing as well, they wore these reverse retro uniforms last season. I would have rather seen the Kings bring this back. And truth is, this is going to surprise a lot of my regular viewers, but there were certain elements of this uniform that I thought weren't the best. Like, for example, the white numbers inside the bright yellow striping. The white logo. There were things about this jersey that were not as good as I felt they should have been. But even with my little nitpicks and stuff, this would have actually been a decent alternate uniform. It would have given us something totally different. It would have given us a purple jersey. I mean, I agree with Neil from Post to Post. Why this as your third jersey when you could have gone with this? I mean, this being this uniform here, to be specific. I'm sure you know what I'm saying, but I just wanted to throw that in there. Truth is, back to this reverse retro, even though I agree with everybody, seeing a purple Kings jersey again of some sort is great. I wish that this would have been a reverse retro that wasn't intending to bring in the foreign blue and the gold. I was hoping that this would have been a purple flip of the Gretzky era home and away jerseys, using black and silver instead of yellow. But hey, that's my opinion. I don't expect everyone to agree. But still, my point is, I agree with Neil from Post to Post. Why wasn't this just your third jersey? This would have been so much better. It would have actually been something different. And guess what? It would have given us something new. It would have been purple. You know, this is just a slightly altered version of their throwback they've been wearing for the past couple of seasons. I mean, you know, if you wanted to do something based on the throwback that was new, at this rate, I would have rather they just retained the black gloves and the white helmet and just made this their new away uniform with a matching home jersey. That would be a huge improvement over what they're wearing right now. But no, they didn't. They had to do something that was heavily inspired by the throwback while still being white, and it's nothing really different. They didn't even bother to put a different logo on the front. Truth is, I'd love to see this version of the Kings Crown logo inside of this logo by itself on a jersey one day. I think it would look fantastic. I really do. But another thing, you know, okay, why don't I pull this up here? Here's the thing about the Kings and their most recent gray alternate jersey you see here. Well, their silver jersey, as they called it. But, you know, what was wrong with this design? I think this is still a way better alternate jersey than the new one they've unveiled. You know, when they brought this out as their 50th anniversary uniform in the 2016-17 season, even though I felt the metallic gold accenting looked out of place, I have to give Los Angeles credit. It was a very tastefully done uniform. And when they brought it back in the Adidas Adizero jersey cut, the only thing I didn't like about in terms of changes with it was the collar. The Adidas 3 laces, which is their subtle 3-stripe advertisement, in my opinion, and the silver collar insert, which it should have just been a simple black collar all the way around, in my opinion. But, you know, look at this uniform. You have a pair of stripes on each arm to represent their 2 Stanley Cups and a thicker single waist stripe to pay homage to their very first uniforms in franchise history dating back to the late 60s. I mean, this was a very well done uniform in my personal opinion. And another thing too, the crest with the extra silver outline you see here, they actually found this was better for different marketing materials and different fashion or different fan stuff like shirts, hats, etc. You know what I mean? And they decided to incorporate and introduce the extra silver outlined version of their logo that you see here onto their home and away jerseys last season, for anybody who didn't know. And, to me, this is the best alternate jersey in Kings history, which I'm sure some of you will disagree. And if you do, I respect your opinion. But, I just have always felt this was such a tastefully done uniform. It had a decent traditional design. It did something new while also looking good. It used the untraditional, unconventional color of a light gray, and I felt it was a very tastefully done uniform. And now to take their white throwbacks that they've been wearing and make this slightly altered version of it, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, this is such a pointless uniform. Even though, I think the jersey itself's fine, but as an alternate uniform, why? And another thing, it's a lot harder to wear a white jersey as a third jersey than it is to wear anything else. And truth is, I think the Kings gray alternate, or silver alternate, that they just retired rather, they should have been able to wear it against other teams' colored jerseys, in my opinion, because of its color, or shade. But anyway, I want to go back and also mention something else. I wish that at the bare minimum, this would have at least been maybe black or have been a shimmery silver jersey itself. If the Golden Knights can do a glittery gold third jersey, why can't the Kings do a shimmery silver alternate jersey? If this jersey was a shiny speckled silver material jersey instead of a white jersey, it would have at least made this change a little bit more purposeful, in my opinion, and less pointless. But, I would have rather seen this jersey, this new design in black, or as I say, the shimmery new silver that they've introduced. And the material actually looks great. But to take their throwback and their 2020 Stadium Series uniform elements from it and basically make a love child of the two, focusing more on the throwback look rather than the 2020 Stadium Series look, which is a good thing. I have to be honest, I'm really disappointed. But another thing, I really do believe that going back to the whole conversation about their reverse retros they wore last season, I feel that Los Angeles royally pissed away such a great opportunity to possibly give us a purple third jersey for the first time in too long. I agree with everybody who says that it's great to see purple in the Kings wardrobe, whether it's as a third jersey or even as their main home jersey color. Personally, if I had my way, the Kings would go back to their Gretzky era uniforms as their main uniforms and have a purple third jersey. That's my opinion, whether it's this one or something that's totally new, possibly using that crown inside of this logo here, which I think should be on its own one day on a future jersey. But anyway, my point is, I'm about to show you something that I've recently mocked up. And once you see it, I think it's going to piss a lot of people off, because this would have been an instant hit. So why don't I show it to you? I'm not gonna leave you waiting. I'm not gonna say a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna get right to it. Actually, okay, my bad. I clicked the wrong thing, so just bear with me for a moment. I apologize. But anyway, trust me, it will be worth the wait. Believe it. Okay, now I sound like Naruto, but from, the anime. But anyway, this is a mock-up of their third jersey that I made in about 20 minutes. Imagine if their new third jersey design was the same design, but in purple. Just exactly what I've put together here. If this was what their third jersey was instead of what it is, guess what? This jersey would have been an instant hit. It's such a shame, in my opinion. This is why I was saying earlier, they wasted such a wonderful opportunity to do something unique and different. The reverse retro jersey they had last season was a big hit. People loved it. because it brought back purple, a color that is so rare in the NHL. I mean, personally, I thought it was so nice to see Arizona and Los Angeles having purple jerseys last season. It was so cool to see a couple of teams wearing a beautiful color that is so underused in hockey, and that's purple. At least that's my opinion, eh? But you know, the sad thing is, if this was what their third jersey was, and it was purple, like my mock-up here is, instead of what they went with, it would have been an instant hit. It would have been being praised by everybody. In fact, this jersey, if this was their third jersey instead of the white one that they've brought out, it would be getting praised right now. It would be praised like Catholics praise the Pope. That's how much this design would be praised if it was purple. And you see, look at it. In purple, it actually looks super, super nice. And I find it actually really brings out the shiny silver and black. It looks great. Obviously, I'm a bit biased. Let's be real. But come on. I mean, look at that. If their third jersey design was this, a purple flip of the white jersey but in purple. This but in purple. It would have been such a huge hit. It would have been getting basically unanimous praise. And as I just said, hockey fans across the board would be praising this design if it was purple, like Catholics praise the Pope. I'm serious. And that's why I'm so disappointed, because, I mean, this jersey, as I said earlier a couple times, it does look good. I like the jersey. But to replace your white throwback that is so close to this design, just for the sake of change, I agree with Neil from Post to Post. Why? It's so pointless. And also note the 2 crowns inside the collar to represent their 2 Stanley Cup wins. Thought I'd make a mention of that too. But yeah, it's, you know, they didn't even bother to put a different logo on the front, change it up a little bit more. I'm sorry, but I'm just so disappointed. And the chrome helmets are a huge no for me. And the white gloves, I'm getting tired of teams wearing white gloves and insisting on them. It's not a good look, in my opinion. I wish the Golden Knights would wear their black gloves with their away jersey as well. And I think they wear the white gloves with their third jersey too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they should just wear their black gloves. You know, the decision to go with chrome, to bring back the chrome domes, the white gloves from their 2020 Dumpster Fire Stadium Series uniform. Okay, I'm biased, but I don't like it at all. It was a horrible uniform. Colorado's was also a dumpster fire in my opinion. And to take elements from that dumpster fire to put it into this and slightly tweak their throwback jersey to give us this design, I'm really disappointed. I mean, imagine if this was purple instead of white. It would have been such a huge hit. What a wasted opportunity that they've pissed away as far as I'm concerned. Now, if they wanted to make this jersey their new away with a matching home and get rid of the chrome buckets and replace them with white helmets at home or on the road and black helmets with the black home jersey and black gloves for both uniforms, hey, that would be a massive upgrade over what they're wearing right now. But to do this as a third, I'm really disappointed. Really disappointed. But anyways, I've been talking for almost 24 minutes. I know I've been going on for quite a bit, but I just wanted to throw this one point in before I wrap up once again. This is what their third jersey should be. What a wasted opportunity. I'm so disappointed. But anyways, folks, feel free to leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear how other people feel about the Kings' new third jersey. I like the jersey. But in my opinion, I agree with Neil from Post to Post. Why? It's so close to their throwback they've been wearing for the past couple of seasons. It's a real head scratcher for me. Let's just say that. But anyways, folks, feel free to leave your comments down below. I'd be curious to hear how other people feel about their new alternate jersey design. But anyways, with that, that's going to be a wrap for me. I hope you enjoyed the video if you stuck around. And until my next video, folks, as always, take care. And as I always say, bye for now.